Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be a little bit different than what I normally do. So obviously my channel is mostly about cooking, but today I was feeling inspired to kind of talk about the beginning of my YouTube journey. I've been watching a lot of videos lately about smaller creators and how their YouTube journey is going. And I felt like I wanted to put something out to document my journey as well. I really wanted to get into my background, why I'm here, what my plans are for the channel, and what my goals are with this channel. So a little about me, I am a data analyst living in Raleigh, North Carolina. I live with my girlfriend. I was not born in North Carolina, but I was raised in North Carolina. Most of my family lives here, and I did go to the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill for college and then stayed in the area after I graduated. I started this YouTube channel because I wanted some sort of creative outlet where I felt like I could really hone in and develop a skill. And actually it was Ali Abdal who inspired me to start this channel a couple of years ago, back in December of 2020. I remember I had just gotten an iPad and I was going through YouTube and I found one of his videos, something about productivity, because that's his thing. And then, I started watching more videos on his channel, and I watched some of his earlier videos from like 5 or 6 years ago, and it was amazing the progression that I saw from those early videos to the content he's putting out now, and how much he has improved and progressed, and how much his channel has really grown in that time frame, and how his life was completely changed just by starting a YouTube channel. That really inspired me, and so that was the major thing that kind of pushed me to begin my own channel. So I'm in my first week of starting this YouTube channel. I've posted 3 videos now. If you've watched the videos on my channel, you may have seen that first video, that's a scrambled egg video. That's actually from 2 years ago, and that is my first attempt at starting this channel up. I was actually in a house in Chapel Hill that I was living in with some friends from college, and you can see in the video, like I go through the process of making scrambled eggs, but then the actual audio is just a voiceover of me kind of whispering in my room later that day. You can really see the progression of like where I was then, where I am now. I'm still not 100% comfortable talking in front of the camera. It's something I'm obviously still working on. I mean, I just started the channel, at least my second iteration of this channel. So the reason I'm starting up the channel again now, 2 years after I made my first initial attempt, is that now my environment's so much more conducive to filming, and I feel a lot more comfortable in my surroundings. Granted, I loved living with my friends. I'm in Chapel Hill for the last few years. However, it really wasn't great for filming. I didn't feel comfortable filming videos in the house, and it had nothing to do with them. That was my own insecurities, but that's where I was at the time, and so I just needed that additional time to kind of mature and feel more comfortable in my own skin, and also get into an environment where I made it easy for myself to be able to film videos and not have to worry about, oh, can someone hear me? Is someone looking at me? And so that's why I've now decided to give it a second chance, or not a second chance, but that's why I've decided to try and start up this channel again. So why this niche? Why cooking and baking? It's always been a hobby of mine ever since I was a little kid. I mean, I remember, I think in the 2nd or 3rd grade, there was a contest that we had in class about who could make the best baked good, and we prepared it at home, and then we brought it in for the class to taste, and I was so proud when mine won. And so that was kind of one of my early memories of baking, and it's just been something that I've kept up with ever since. I go through phases where I will make everything imaginable for like a 1-month period, and then I'll kind of like, it'll fall off for a couple months. But having this channel is really going to push me to be more consistent in that, and then through that consistency, I'm sure that I will become a better cook and a better baker. A lot of people say that this niche is saturated, and I think I would probably agree, but the thing was, I wanted to do something that I felt like I could continue doing. I wouldn't have to force myself to do it. I mean, I love cooking. I also felt like I didn't want to do something that I'd always have to be struggling to come up with ideas, like what kind of video will I do? What am I going to talk about? With cooking, there's a million different things that I could make on any given day. And so I knew that if I went down that path, I would enjoy it. I would be able to be consistent with it. And I would probably not run out of ideas for a very long time. And so that was really the major drivers of why I chose this niche. And it may come back to bite me later, picking a niche that's pretty saturated, but I think if I'm able to be consistent with this because that's the niche that I chose, then I think I come out on top in the end. But I've already learned, I think, several lessons on how I can improve. And so just going from that first video, second video, the egg cooker video, just from that point to what I'm putting out now, just a couple weeks later, I can already see tremendous improvement in myself. That first video, I was literally just using my phone. It was, I think, propped up against a cabinet or something. The angles weren't great, but it's what I had to work with. I knew I just had to get started. So I filmed that video. It wasn't optimal conditions. I was clearly uncomfortable talking. I think my voice wasn't quite as strong, as confident. But just in those couple of weeks since then, I feel like I've improved so much just talking to the camera. I don't feel like scared to film. I think at the end of the day, I just had to tell myself, there is no one here. Like, there's no one behind this camera. I'm just looking at the camera. It's totally fine. Even if there was someone here, I think you over time would get used to that. And I think I'm starting to get used to it, and my videos are becoming easier to film. I don't have to prepare myself mentally so much. In addition to that, since the first video that I put out, I actually ordered a tripod and a ring light to mount my phone. I've been using my iPhone 13 Pro Max to shoot. It's been working great. I don't think for now or any time in the near future that I will need to upgrade. It works perfectly fine for what I'm doing, and it's something that I already have, and it removed a hurdle of me getting started. Some early lessons that I've taken away are just to, one, kind of plan the video ahead of time, at least get a general outline of what I'm going to do and what I'm going to talk about. I don't really script it word for word, because to me that just seems too robotic. Like, I like to go off the cuff of a general outline, especially when I'm doing these cooking videos. It's really not something you can perfectly script. I mean, stuff happens. I like to make kind of random points about what I'm doing, or maybe some of the ingredients, or really just whatever. I want to have that flexibility. I don't want to feel super rigid when I'm filming. And so that's kind of my method. I think it's working for me so far. This time, going into this second attempt at making this channel, I really felt like I can always upgrade my equipment later. I really just need to get started. Like, that's the most important thing. And so I am using my phone. Like I said, I'm using my phone. I've got just a regular tripod with like a phone mount. In a couple of my previous videos, I've been using the tripod came with like a ring light. And so I've been using those for some additional lighting where there's not enough, when it's either nighttime or there's not enough natural light. I've been using that. It's working pretty well. I actually think it's working a bit too well in a couple of the videos where I do have it a bit too bright at points. But it's a learning process. Like, I can really see where I've improved from kind of the first video that I posted this go around to the last couple that I put out. I'm making a lot more eye contact with the camera. I'm a little bit more confident when I'm speaking. It's just overall a better product. It's obviously not perfect right now, but I know if I just make those incremental 1% improvements every week, every video, that before I even know it, every video that I put out is going to be so much better than what I'm putting out now. I think the main goals for this channel are just to have fun with it, be consistent, and just see where it goes. Obviously, I would love to have a lot of subscribers and get a lot of views and become monetized. But at the end of the day, this is a hobby. I'm doing this part-time. I do have a full-time job. There's no stress. Like, it is what it is. Whatever happens, happens. And I'm just going to have fun along the way and hopefully improve, get better, be proud of what I put out. And I think that'll be enough. I mean, it's really just, for me, a creative outlet, something I want to, again, have fun with. As it stands at the time of this recording, I have put out 3 or 4 videos. I've been going at it for about a week. I don't have any subscribers. I think most of my videos get about 4 or 5 likes to this point. Hopefully that number goes up, but my goal is to make those 1% improvements every week. And I'm sure if I continue to do that, then my numbers will go up. And I'm going to be completely transparent about that. I plan to do a series on my progress. So this is, week 1. I'll do another video at 1 month, 1 at 3, 1 at 6, and then 1 at 1 year. And I can't wait to talk to you guys about where things are with my channel. As always, thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed this, be sure to like and subscribe, and I will catch you all in the next one.